Welcome back to Almost Local, the space for the brave ones navigating life abroad. One ritual, one story, and one messy middle moment at a time. If you listened to last week's episode, you know we opened a conversation about the holidays. The guilt, the expectations, the nostalgia, and the quiet pressure so many of us feel as migrants, expats, or global souls. And this week, something clicked for me. I've been reading Mel Robbins' book, the Let Them Let Me book, where she beautifully explains the let them mindset, which I really love and recommend. And it felt like a lightning bolt of clarity for those of us living between two worlds. It's simple, it's powerful, and honestly, so relevant to life abroad. Today, we are going to connect that mindset from book Let Them Let Me to the emotional tug of war that arrives every December for the holidays. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let's meet, as always, in the messy middle. I'm Maria, your host. Welcome to Almost Local. So let's begin with something universal. Holiday guilt. It arrives softly, almost disguised. Guilt for not flying home, guilt for choosing rest instead of airports, guilt for not giving your kids those classic family holidays, guilt for creating your own traditions that don't match what you grew up with. Even when travel is expensive, chaotic, or impossible, even when everyone back home has their own plans, even when you know it's not right for your family this year, the guilt still whispers. Shouldn't you be there? Are you disappointing someone? Are you choosing yourself too much? We start idealizing the holidays we had as children. We remember the laughter, the food, the noise, all these memories. And we forget the chaos, the stress, the arguments. Memory becomes a romantic storyteller, a romantic roller coaster. And suddenly, whatever we choose, going home or staying in our new home, feels imperfect. It feels like hurting someone. But here's the truth no one tells you. This guilt is not a sign you are doing something wrong. This is a sign you are living in two worlds at once. And that's where Mel Robbins' mindset comes in. One of the most grounding ideas I've read recently comes from Mel Robbins' Let Them Let Me mindset. If you haven't read the book, I definitely recommend it. And I remember reading and thinking, this is the emotional survival guide for expats and migrants. Here's the heart of it. Let people react how they react. Let them feel how they feel. Let them have their expectations. And let them misunderstand your choices. Let them be disappointed if they are. And let them wish you were home. You do not have to manage their emotions. You don't have to defend your decision. You do not have to turn yourself into an emotional glue holding everyone together. You're allowed to let people be who they are and still choose the life that works for you. Mel says it beautifully. When you stop trying to control how others feel, you finally reclaim your own peace. And this is exactly the work we do as migrants and expats every holiday season, because you cannot satisfy both worlds perfectly, even if you wanted. So let them feel what they feel. Let them have their reactions. Let them have their opinions, and let them have their expectations. It doesn't make you a bad daughter, a bad son, a bad mother, a bad father, a bad partner, or a bad friend. It makes you human. The second part of the framework, the let them, let me framework, is the part we don't talk about enough. Let yourself, let me, let yourself choose rest. Let yourself avoid a complicated, expensive, exhausting trip. Let yourself be fully present with the family you live with now. Let yourself protect your mental health. Let yourself have a quiet Christmas. Let yourself create new rituals. Let yourself feel sad and let yourself feel relieved. Lastly, let yourself change your mind. I love the people I left behind, and I also need to choose what is right for me here. That's emotional adulthood. That's boundaries, and ultimately, that's courage. Because our parents, and sometimes our friends, grew up in a world where physical presence equaled love. But we live in a world where connection looks different today. Love has expanded, stretched, reshaped itself across borders. Let yourself live in the reality you're in, not the one you feel pressure to recreate. The third layer of the framework is the softest. Let it be. Let this year be what it is. Not perfect, not traditional, not what you imagine, not what family back home wishes it were, just what it is. Let this year be the year you build your own rituals. A beach walk, a slow morning coffee, pancakes in pajamas, sunset instead of snow, or snow instead of sunset, a quiet day, a tiny moment that anchors your family to this home. These rituals that we talk a lot about here in the podcast are not replacements for your past. They are offerings to your present. And let your holidays be different. Let them be small. Let them be yours. Let go of the performance, let go of the pressure, and let go of the illusion that you can make every world happy. You can't. Let me break it to you. That's possible. But you can make this world, the one you live now, feel like home. And if this conversation resonates, I definitely recommend Mel Robbins' book. It's not written specifically for expats or migrants, but it feels like it was, at least for me. Mel Robbins' Let Them framework offers the emotional language we need when we're navigating guilt, distance, change, and expectations. It's wise, it's very simple, it's an easy read. I think it took 3 days for me to finish it. It's compassionate and a perfect companion for anyone living across world, especially this time of the year in December. So if you're listening right now and feeling torn, guilty, nostalgic, conflicted, this is your soft reminder. Let them feel what they feel. Let yourself choose what you need. This season be what it is, and let that be enough. You're not doing the holidays wrong. You're doing them honestly. You're living in the messy middle, and that takes courage. And if today's episode comforted you, share it with someone who might need it. And download your free Life Abroad workbook in the link below, which is filled with grounding prompts for moments just like this. Thank you for being here, and remember, wherever you are in the world, you're doing great.